over the years, there's been many different DRose shoes, right? You got, the main line, you got the 773s, you got the Sunshines, you got the Lake Shores, and you got the Inglewoods. And that doesn't mean that every single pair is going to be liked. Sometimes, when it comes to performance basketball, you're not going to like every single pair. However, you may just like how it looks somewhat aesthetically, or you just want it for your collection. Well, today, we're looking at a shoe that I may just want for my collection. And that's going to be this DRose 8. Let's get into it. Man, so the DRose 8. The DRose 8 is a shoe that I feel like is just somewhat semi-cursed, right? And the reason why I say that is because this shoe came out the year that Derek got traded from New York to Cleveland, and then eventually from Cleveland to Utah, and then, to the Timberwolves. Or Utah dropped him, they waived him, all that stuff, right? Well, the thing is, the DRose 8s has never really been my favorite Rose model. As a matter of fact, to hoop in this shoe, I wasn't the biggest fan of it. This traction, I'll see y'all later, man. No, but for real, the traction on this shoe was bad. I don't know no matter where I hoop, man, this traction just did not work for me, man. The upper on here, it's not horrible, but there's so much fuse and overlays in this mesh that it kind of reminds me of what I imagine those 773 threes would feel like to play in. Stiff, rigid. But the 8s, I had a colorway that had some more mesh linings and had more mesh in it than it did this fuse stuff. But man, these fuse ones just, I don't know, man. This colorway, some people say, it's supposed to be a Knick colorway, which, this could work as a Knicks colorway. I also think if it works well as a colorway to honor his time at Memphis as well with the Tigers. But, it's give or take. This shoe too, the tongue on here on the back side of it, you'll see like there's like a printed pattern to it, which is kind of cool. That's why it makes me think of Tigers. I don't know why. It's not like a tiger print, but it's just what my brain goes to. You do have the DRose logo here. You do have the DRose logo here on the back heel as well too. There's no sprint frame in these, but there's like a TPU plate that's here in the back. That's it's meant to, it's a container, to keep your foot on the footbed and stuff. Again, you do have a torsional support here, which goes throughout the shoe. It's probably in the shape of an X bar because there is a side of full-length boost here. The boost is cool, but the boost in here doesn't feel as good as the boost did in the Rose 7s. Definitely not as good as it did in the Rose 6s. And so you're kind of just left going, what happened? And honestly, I don't really know for certain. That's something I'd like to find out at some point, just from an insider's perspective. But it's interesting to say because, this model was also the first model to stop using his own specific box, okay? The 8s use a boost box, which is like what you would get with the Energy Boost shoes at the time and stuff like that. The 7s, hey, it still had his own personal box, but at the 8s, no more personal box. Same happened with the 9s and the 10s and the 11s. And then when we came back for the Sunshines, we came back together right. Come back for the Retros, we come back together right. But yeah, I'm not saying that's a horrible thing. I'm not saying it's the biggest deal, the whole box thing. But to me, it also just again speaks volumes as to what all was going on. And yeah, the shoe's comfortable to wear on a casual level, but I really do not like hooping in these. And didn't like hooping in these. This pair is dead stock. I got these off of eBay, no box. But it is nice to have another pair of them in this colorway. Again, another little thing, does have a signature right there. But the Rose 8s, it's not a shoe that I think back on super fondly. There are some cool colorways, like that high energy yellow colorway. I dig that. I dig the blue and orange ones for the Knicks that I think I reviewed 2 years ago. That pair is cool. And I've seen some other cool colorways. The colorways they had when he was with Cleveland, some cool colorways. They didn't release most of those, but, or at least not stateside, but I don't know, I digress. The Rose 8s was a time where I bought, one colorway and I kind of was like, cool. And I waited next year to the 9s come out and I kind of did the same thing. But I was also a college student. I wasn't trying to spend my money on that. I was trying to focus on, producing films and things of the like, and I just couldn't buy shoes as much at the time. But every now and then if I stumble upon a pair in my size that's a colorway I don't have, I cop them because, the collection, right? But yeah, what do you guys think of the Rose 8s? Let me know down in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff. Use the hashtag DRose Sneaker Challenge so you can share with me your DRose shoes that you're wearing throughout the month. And yeah, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Until next time, peace.